Hi folks, this is Chick Wilfong, and I know Poncho Villa. If you're interested in capture apparel, go to www.chickwilfong.com and click on the store. Back a few years ago, I went to see my buddy Terry Graff. He lives in north central Nebraska, a little town called Long Pine. Lives just outside there a little ways, and got a neighbor named Dave Zacharias. Now, it was wintertime, we weren't real busy, and I decided I'd go see him and Dave, and we might do a little hunting. So I get up there, and let me tell you the kind of friends Dave and Terry are. When you're around them and they get a little smirk on their face, you get the idea that there might be a joke in the air, and you might be the butt of the joke, or at the very least, you're not in on it. Well, we went coyote hunting and scared up a few coyotes. We're having a great time, and we scared up a great big mule deer. Terry said, "Chick, you ought to shoot that mule deer." He said, "You don't have many of them in your country, and he's a nice one. Man, that'd be a neat mount to have in your house as a reminder of the trip." So sure enough, I shoot him, and we field dress him, and while we're field dressing him, they get that smirk on their faces, and they say, "Hey, you ought to take this thing to the blind taxidermist there in town." I said, "The blind taxidermist? Guys, this is a nice buck. I'm not taking this mule deer to no blind taxidermist." I said, "Oh no, he's really good at what he does, and he's a professional. In fact, he's going to tell you he's a professional." I said, "All right." The longer they smirked, the more I thought, not only are we going to go to the blind taxidermist, but I won't settle for anybody else than the blind taxidermist. Let's go. We go into the blind taxidermist. So we go in his shop, and sure enough, this guy's blind. I bring him in there, and we set that deer head down, and he takes a look at the hide and rubs his hand across the hide and says, "Man alive, that thing's got a great big base, 36-inch mule deer. Whew, you'll really enjoy this mount once you get it in your house." I said, "How could you possibly know how big that buck was just by rubbing his fur?" He said, "It's my business to know, and I'm a professional." I said, "Okay." He reaches down and sniffs of that hide. Says, "You killed that thing with a Remington 30-06. I said, "How in the world did you know that?" He said, "I'm a professional. It's my business to know." I said, "All right." Well, we get him put in the freezer, and he's going to get him mounted for me, and we decide we'll run up to the Sand Hills Bar there in Long Pine, Nebraska, and have us a little old drink to celebrate the hunt. While we're sitting in there, we're having a good time, and of course, as stories like this go, the more drinks and the faster they went and the better they got. Got a little later up in the night, there was a pioneer female woman decides she won't sit up there at the bar beside this blind taxidermist. She sits down beside him, gets to talking to him. "What do you do?" She says, "Well, I'm a taxidermist." She said, "A taxidermist?" She reaches over and rubs his leg, said, "I got something you can mount." He said, "Oh, really? What's that?" She just grabs his hand and runs it down her pants. He says, "Ah, beaver. Killed with a battle axe, I think." He pulls it out and goes, "Oh, honey, I hate to tell you, that thing's been dead too long for me to do anything with it." Y'all have a great day.